Hey, I'm Nancy Alexander of Ladybug Wreaths. Many of you have purchased rolls of honeysuckle vine from me. So some of you have had some questions. How many is on a roll? What does it look like? That's almost impossible for me to tell you, and I'm going to show you why. When you're harvesting a natural product like this, you don't know exactly how much or how long it is, but we're going to roll one out for you so you can see it. We've just gotten in 12 bundles of rolls of honeysuckle. So I'm going to cut this bundle open. Thank goodness they tie it all together or we'd have a problem. Now I want to show you something else also. I'm going to put the scissors in my pocket. I'll need them again. This is what a roll of honeysuckle vine looks like. And this is what a roll of honeysuckle vine looks like. They're a little bit different. This one has more leaves on it, but that does not matter. That just means when they pulled the honeysuckle down from the trees way up in the hills of Virginia, the vine had already started its new growth. So that's fine with me. The leaves fall off, they'll turn brown and they'll fall off. And actually, when I've got two rolls, I'll bump them together and you'll see dead leaves falling everywhere. If you don't have two rolls, bump it against something else just to get the dead stuff off. And I'm going to get one maybe from over here that I've already bumped some of the leaves off of. Stick my scissors right there. It'll just be easier for me to pull it out so you can see about how much is on a roll. So if you give me a sec, oh, that was good. I found the start of it right away. They're not tied with wire or anything. When they get to the end, they just, now this is gonna be hard doing it this way. I usually start right in the middle, but we'll see. Now, even though it's harvested fresh, and this is about as fresh as it comes when it gets to me, and look at me, I'm getting covered. It's going to start drying, and when it starts drying, it's going to dry in curls. And that's what I want when I use it in my wreaths. And that's what you're gonna want. Don't try to force one of the curls to go in a different direction than it's already going, because then it's gonna break. All right, this one was tied with a long piece just like this. I'm covered. I would use these pieces just like this in a wreath. I would stick this piece in, then I'd maybe cut it right here and stick a piece in. Wherever the curl is, don't try to make it curl in a different direction. This is a really good piece. This would do two wreaths. And I haven't even started uncurling this yet, so let's see. Steve's holding the camera. I may have to also get him to hold one end of this for me so I can pull it apart. You know what? I should have been filming and letting him pull this apart. And I'm going to be covered with this stuff when I'm through, I can tell. Wearing a white jacket out here was not the best idea, was it? Now, some of your pieces are going to look like this, they'll be single pieces. But then some of them are going to be several together, just like this. I use every single bit of this. There is nothing wrong with putting a piece of this and curling it around inside your wreath and tying it on each side. So I want you to realize when you get a roll, there's going to be some bigger whiter pieces And then there's going to be some darker, thinner pieces, and that's okay. Let's see, I'm gonna stand on this and start pulling. Walking away from me. All right, this is one piece, and I've still got a roll laying down there. Steve, hold this with your hand. Now y'all probably won't be able to hear me as I walk away, but I want to show you how long just this piece is. Okay, how long, let me get up here so y'all can hear me. How long do you think that piece was, Steve?
Probably 20, 22 feet, 25 feet.
Okay, 20 to 25 feet. And point down a minute, let them see what that looks like. Okay, and we still have more on this same roll. Now, like I say, every single roll is going to be different. I never know what I'm getting when I pull apart a roll, but that's okay. Steve, pull that one. There is a lot of honeysuckle in here for you to use. And the reason I'm doing all this and getting covered with dried leaves is so you'll see. All right, that's another piece that came out of that same roll. That's probably 10 feet?
10 feet.
Okay.
Easy.
Maybe even more than that. I should have brought a tape, well, I do have a tape measure laying over there in the chair. That doesn't help, does it? So, here's another piece. It's got some white right there, and then it's got some of the thicker bunches of the thinner vines, but that's good. Honestly, sometimes I like the thinner stuff better than the white. I like it all, really. I use it all. And then here's one more piece. So, just guessing, I would say there was 25, at least 40 feet.
40 to 50.
40 to 50 feet in
Each roll.
one roll of honeysuckle that looks just like this. I know that's hard to believe, isn't it? So when y'all ask me how much is in it, I never know. I can usually guess and say, well, I do at least 10 or 15 wreaths out of a roll, but after looking at this is probably enough for me to do 20 wreaths. So that's our rolls of honeysuckle. We just got a ton of it in. We've been out for a little while. I was waiting for them to be delivered for us, and they came this past week. So I will send a link to y'all below the video where you can purchase the honeysuckle, and I know you're going to love it as much as I do when I'm putting it in my wreaths. See you later. Bye.